You are listening to the Golf Report with Griffin Hare and Michelle Garmon on the Central Indiana Sports Report. A special edition, a recap of Saturday at the Masters. We've been having some minor audio issues of late. Please bear with us, and please do me a huge favor and check out my daily podcast, Greg and His Friends Talk Sports. Every day, my friends and I are talking about whatever Central Indiana sports fans are talking about every weekday afternoon. Please check it out. Welcome, golf fans, to the Central Indiana Sports Report for a special edition of the Golf Report with Griffin Hare and Michelle Garmon, their Masters Day 3 recap. And guys, what a day. We thought coming into this it might be over, and now there are about 10, 15 serious contenders.
That was one of the craziest Saturdays I've ever seen at the Masters at my time watching. Like I said last night, I thought it was over. Rory was playing really well, and if he just figured out the driver a little bit, he was going to run away with this golf tournament. And like I said last night as well, we do have a long way to go. 36 holes is a lot, especially on a tricky golf course with the pressure of winning a major. And now he's let everybody back in. It's going to be a fun Sunday.
I agree with you. I thought the tournament was Rory's to lose, but I really believe if he can't find fairways again tomorrow, especially on par 5, I don't think he's going to repeat as the Masters champion. He's got to hit those fairways. It came back to bite him. He had 2 rounds where he was magic on chippings and the short game and putting, but it's hard to rely on that for 4 rounds. He's got some other guys that are playing well in our position. I know they said that I forget how many of the last 8 Masters, or even maybe more than that, the champions come from that final group. But I won't be surprised if that begins tomorrow.
This is the kind of day that's really difficult to recover from if you're Rory McIlroy.
I will say this, though, guys. I think I trust Rory more tied for the lead, kind of not scratching out and even 1 over, than maybe having like a 3 or 4 shot lead. We kind of saw last year he had a 2-shot lead, and then once he made the turn, it got up to 4, and we saw how fast that went away. Obviously, the pressure's a little bit different because he did get over the finish line last year, but I totally agree with you, Michelle. If he doesn't drive it better, then he might not even be in the picture on the back 9, because there's so many guys within 2 to 3 shots, and that's just 1 hole. Scotty Scheffler easily could have shot 10 under today. He had all the chances to get right back in it. Patrick Reed started 3 birdies in a row, and then he kind of faded down the stretch. That just shows you, anything can happen tomorrow. Everybody's kind of focusing on Cameron Young and Rory, and rightfully so. They're the number 2, 3 player in the world. But Justin Rose is hungry. Shane Lowry made a hole-in-one today. He's right there. And nobody's talking about Sam Burns. He's been great the last 2 days. He made no bogeys today, playing in the last group with Rory McIlroy. That's impressive.
He's only the most consistent through the first 3 days.
Totally agree, but he doesn't have the name recognition, and nobody's really talking about him. I truly do think there's 8 or 9 guys that could win this tournament. I think if any of those guys that are 2 or 3 back shoots 5 or 6 under, they could have the green jacket. I think the biggest storyline going in tomorrow is how does Rory recover from today? Because he blew a 6-shot lead, and everybody was saying this tournament was over. Now it's anybody's game.
The amazing thing, Michelle, was that 1 or 2 holes into this, the tenor really changed. Rory McIlroy went from a heavy favorite to in about 2 holes.
His 6-stroke lead was cut in half, and after about 3 holes, 2 for him and 3 from, I was trying to remember who got
Patrick Reed.
Who got to 8 under.
Hao Tong Lee too.
Here's the thing. I think it's advantageous to Burns tomorrow to not be in the last group with Rory. He can make the shots. I think it's also advantageous for Scotty Scheffler. They're going to be out there. If Jason Day is quietly making his way up, he had a pretty solid round today. One of those guys goes out and shoots low again. That puts more pressure on McIlroy. And even has Young been in the final group of the Masters and the final group of a major on a Sunday?
I will say this, Michelle. I know Cameron Young has not won a major, but a lot of nerd golf fans will say the Players' Championship is a major, and he won that last month. And I don't know if you saw the stat, the last 2 years, Rory and Scotty, they won the Players too. And arguably coming down the stretch at the Players, 16, 17, 18, there's water lurking on every. I know it's different. The Masters is a major, but Cameron Young has all the momentum in the world. He has played really, really solid. He changed caddies, and it's really improved his putting. I mean, he doesn't have the name recognition, but he is the number 3 player in the world. To be honest with you, he's played more solid than Rory has this week. Rory is in the position where he is now because his short game and his putting has really carried him.
I think tomorrow sets up for Scotty Scheffler to cement his legacy as the best player of this kind of era here.
I would love to see that as a Scotty Scheffler fan. But in all of his majors, I think with the exception of one, he's won 4 of them. He's been leading going into the final round, and he's trailing by 4. And not only is he trailing by 4, there's a bunch of major champions ahead of him. He's in 7th right now. So it's not just about how many shots behind are you. It's the amount of guys in front of you. I don't see Justin Rose backing down tomorrow. I certainly don't see a guy like Shane Lowry. He's got that bulldog mentality, and then Rory's going to be there. Like, I think Scotty's got to go out and shoot 65 again tomorrow. Is he capable? For sure. But we've not really seen Scotty come back like that to win a major, with the exception of one.
I like what Scheffler's done. 3 weeks off, and I got to guess with it, waiting for, a baby to be born. So I'm not sure how much sleep he got over the last 3 weeks, but I've really been impressed with how he's played this week with that time off. And I wouldn't be surprised. That's what, if he could go out, he could make a run. And if he makes a couple of those putts on the back, it's been his finishing holes. It's been like the last 5 holes that he's just come up short on putts or to the right or lip them out. And he makes some of those tomorrow on the back 9 and goes out 65. He's close today. He could have easily shot 64, 63, 62 today. If he can do that, and because of what, 2-3 groups ahead of Rory and Cameron?
I think he's got 3 groups ahead of him. He's in the 4th, the last group.
If he would go out and do that and put up those kind of numbers, that's pressure on the guys back. And and I know they've won, some of them have won major championships, but it's going to be interesting. He's one golfer, I think, that can put the pressure on. And Dustin Rose is another golfer who's come close with missed some putts. If he finds that, he knocks down those, he could come out and shoot 65 tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. I don't think Roy or Cameron can go out and shoot above par, even par.
No, I totally agree with that. I think Cameron Young and Rory, even Sam Burns. Sam Burns is only 1 back. I think they have to go shoot 3 or 4 under, and kind of what I've talked about in these past couple days. Sunday at Augusta always gives you the opportunity to make birdies. They're going to put the pins in feeder spots where you can use the slope to get the ball close to the hole. We saw a lot of that today on the back 9, guys hitting shots really tight. And I think that leans more to guys with the experience of knowing where those Sunday pins are. Fortunately, a lot of these guys at the top of the board have played at Augusta quite a bit. The one that does, notably, Cameron Young hasn't played here a ton, but he has played here, I think, 3 or 4 times. So it's not like he won't know what Sunday at Augusta is like.
What are you thinking? It'll take minus 14, 15?
They're supposed to get really good weather tomorrow, 80 degrees, I think, not with a ton of wind. I think 14 gets it done. That's my number, 14.
I agree. I think 14 would definitely get it done. And that really, a 14 is a supremely great round for Scheffler to do that. But I like it when there's pressure on every hole.
From the fan side, my wish list for tomorrow, and we've not seen this, is maybe the two best players of the last 10 years, Scheffler and Rory. It gets close between them. I know Scheffler is out, I think, close to an hour before Rory goes off. We have never seen Rory and Scotty close to the lead at a major. That would be fireworks. I would love to see that. I'm not putting anybody else down like Justin Rose, but man, that would be cinema to see Rory and Scotty go at it at the Masters.
Yes, it would. Very much so.
You guys got a Sunday pick?
Go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, man. You know,
I'm going to take Scheffler. I think it's his day.
Wow.
Well, that's great. And I hope you're right. I actually think and I could be wrong, but because he's been the most consistent all week and he's not going to be in the final group, and he has been really good on the greens and stuff too. I'm going to take I'm going to take Sam Burns to go out and make it and be one of those guys in that final pairing winner.
I love it. You guys are going out on a limb right there. Sam Burns, probably the least amount of experience other than Cameron Young, never won a major, and then going with Scotty, who's 4 back. I love it. My pick is going to be Rory McIlroy. I really do think today I like his chances more after what he did today. I think he held it in check after what he did on 11 and 12 today. I thought he finished pretty well coming in at 1 over. He knows what it takes to get over the finish line. His short game has delivered all week, so if he hits the tee ball a little off tomorrow, it's not going to be foreign for him. I think he figured out a little bit tonight on the driving range, gets that left miss figured out, and I think he shoots around 3 or 4 under and gets the job done. I think a guy like Scotty is going to have to go shoot 65, 66. But I will put this out there. Justin Rose did make 10 birdies last year in the final round. If he does something like that, man, I'd love to see Justin Rose get over to the hump because he's finished second 3 times in the Masters. But I'm going to go with Rory.
Well, one of the females on that was carrying holes 15 and 16, she said, I'm taking Justin Rose. She said 3 under today. She goes, I think he goes out and shoots 5, 6 under tomorrow. So she took Justin Rose.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, this is setting up to be one of the best Sundays at the Masters in a long time. I can't wait, and I can't wait to talk about it after it's over.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks so much to Michelle and Griffin for joining me, and producer Susie for producing. And thank you so much for listening. We'll be back on Sunday with a final day recap of the 90th Masters. Please join us.
Damn it.
The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. I love you, Susie.
I thought you'd stop recording.
No,